Hey guys, we're going to do a little more breaking out of the map. This time we're in Chapter 5, and I want to show off sort of again how shoddily made this area is. You can charge jump up on the front of this base thing, and really the top of this glass was not built in, but you had to be careful jumping out of it because, I don't know, there's like this kill zone out right on the far right end of it. But once you're up here, it doesn't look like you can do a lot, but you can jump onto the opposite bridge over here. There are a couple ways to this opposite bridge, actually. None all that interesting except for this one, but this door sometimes opens, and you can actually get across that bridge. I want to show you can work your way down to this part right here from the other door, and once you're down here, there's a bunch of stuff you can do. For one thing, this wall is hollow. Again, you can peer in and see a bunch of stuff. But also, on top of that, once you get down this low, you're past the point where the game will kill you for falling. And time shift is important because it cancels your vertical velocity. So if you use it, you save yourself from fall damage, typically. So you're down here. The game has not loaded this stuff right. In fact, it's not even supposed to be loaded right in this section, because this is not the section where it happens in. But you can see this elevator down here doesn't work. That door actually works. If you go into it, it transitions to the next section, which is actually from the door above it, which is kind of odd. Yeah. Anyway, so this area was obviously not meant to be looked at or even accessed, but it's really easy. You can also time shift in here. Again, it's one of those hangar bays, and in fact this is the hangar you pick up your seeker tank from. Again, it's not completely made, so... Very nice view. Alright, so if you go out the hangar, you can work your way along the cliff and off to the side. Eventually you get over here. Now you may recognize this sort of as the area where you come out after you get a seeker tank. You can work your way around. But if you get up here, this is kind of tricky to back the base part. You can dodge out here, grab onto this, and get on top of the base section. Again, the cliff is hollow, so you can, again, peer in and everything. But now we're on top of the elevators, shafts, and whatnot. Which is kind of interesting. There's a little room near the elevators that I've meant to actually kind of look into, see if I can get in there. Because there's, you know, it's a blank room, and the elevator shafts are actually kind of detailed. If you look up, there's a little area detailed very much like the grate you came through in Chapter 5. Let's see, is it B or C? I can't recall. Where you get time shift. And it's kind of an interesting attention to detail thing. But here we are, Chapter 6B. Time shift off of anything in this section and you're out of the map. I sort of didn't even want to give this area much thought because there's just so many ways to break it. You can also kind of get stuck in things. There's lots of geometry you're not intended to go on. But you get out anywhere in this map and you're free to go around wherever you want. You can see the water down there. That will save you from fall damage. And then you can just hold the crouch button to fall down beneath it, and then you can just walk on the bottom of the map. It's really ridiculous. It's really odd. They set the texture of the floor here to the texture of the skybox. It's really unusual, and it looks really bad from the waters filter on top of it. It looks fine. My view is getting messed up there a lot. But yeah, the texture of the ground, the texture of the skybox. And this map is also gigantic. You can run across this. I think I actually did a test of time shift to see how long it would take to get across. And it was like a minute 30 seconds or something like that, just constantly time shifting across. is gigantic. The thing is, they have the entirety of the Tehran volcano core thing modeled in, so it's just gigantic. I just really like running along the ground outside of the map. There's something, I just love the skyboxes in this game. It's such a nice job with the color. Anyways, this break, I could not get it record. Every attempt I made, I could not get it. Charge jump and use time shift, you can get to the top of this area, but every time I hit record it wouldn't work, and every time I stopped recording it would work. I can't describe it, but here we are on top of it, and okay, we're on top of it. You guys can trust me that this is possible. Anyways, again, it's just more not modeled in area. They sort of copy pasted from the previous section, I think. And you can fall off, and they have a really weird floor texture again. They have lava on top for the volcano core. They also have this sort of concrete default texture, circular thing on the floor beneath that, which is kind of crazy. There's also more secret tank breaks. Messing around this section more, I didn't think I'd put it in the other video, because by the time I had put the other video together and not cut it down, it was about 20 minutes, so I figured, you know, this needs to go in a different video. You can use this other secret tank to kind of get a boost off of it and reach areas you weren't intended to, like this. There's not a whole lot to see in this section. I've really poked around here. I'm sure there are lots of broken walls and whatnot. They really didn't expect you to get up to this area. But, yeah. For some reason, after I went through the outside, this place, the base I came from, was not loading right. So I decided to jump over this again and see what's up on this side. And it's actually that big blue wall I saw in the last video. I got stuck in it. And it's really unusual. I'm not a map maker, so I don't understand a lot of this stuff, but they do. Anyways, here's one more break, the last break I'm going to be showing off. This section has a complete wall that is not working. They set it up right next to a ramp and everything. I don't know how they didn't figure this out right. Again, the canopy is kind of invisible. You can pass through it and whatnot. I don't know. This escape sequence all around was kind of messed up. But there we are, outside the map again. See you guys next time for a different video.